take probably about an hour. So I'd like to start with Tim Peck. Tim is running for the U.S. representative for the 9th District. Tim, are you ready to speak?
Sure am.
Yeah.
Thank you. How's this mic? Can I take it out? How's this doing? Everyone hear me okay?
Yeah.
Great. I am Tim Peck. I am running for U.S. Congress here in Indiana 9. I'm an emergency room doctor. I'm an entrepreneur and business owner. I live out in Clark County, rural Clark County in New Washington on a 40-acre farm with my wife and my new 18-month-old son. Brand new. But above all, I'm a problem solver, and we have a very big problem here in Indiana 9, as well as throughout the country, which is we can't seem to get along, and that's okay, but we also can't seem to make progress. The country's really not getting along right now, and we're also not moving forward. I'm running for Congress because I want to bring us together. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or a Libertarian or an Independent, I want to be the person who works with everybody, represents us all, and helps solve the problems that we have. And I'm proud to be running for Congress as what they call a blue dog Democrat. All right, I'm a fiscally conservative, and I believe in trying to cut fraud, waste, abuse, corruption, and bring that money to help fund the social causes that we care about. But I'm not really a politician, never have been, and it's not my goal to become one either. Saying something like that about not being a politician, not really wanting to be a politician, but more being a problem solver, may seem a little bit crazy to some career politicians, including my opponent, who's not here, Erin Houchin, who is a far-right Republican. She votes against her own party often. That's it?
That's it.
Finishing up, far-right Republican. I am your centrist person to come in. And what I want to say is that I am here to work with all of you, and please come talk to me, and we'll talk about how we'll work together. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, thank you.
Lisa Barker. Is Lisa here this evening?
Yes, I am.
Oh, very good. I tried to contact you by email, but I was not able to find her email.
Thank you, everyone, for allowing me to be here tonight. My name is Lisa Barker. I am a resident of Dearborn County. I've lived down on Lockery Creek at my residence for over 35 years and been a resident of Aurora for pretty much my entire life. I'm running pretty much because land rights have been given away. And the GOP has given away our land rights. They've passed bills, and there's no democracy in the State House to be able to debate bills so that a bill is stronger and more reasonable to the people. We haven't had that for 35 years. The GOP has been in power in the state of Indiana for 35 years. I've been a Democrat pretty much my entire life. At 18, I signed up to be a Democrat. My stepdad was an electrician. He was a Democrat. So was my father and my grandfather. They were both veterans of the service, World War II and Vietnam. I personally, I'm a farmer. I'm also a realtor. I'm also a small business owner. So I have all of those skills under my belt. I'm a graduate of Northern Kentucky University and of South Dearborn High School. I'm here to fight for the people. I've seen too much of big business running over top of individuals, especially when it comes to their property rights. And I'm here to fight against those discrepancies. I'm also here, very, very passionate about protecting women. We still do not have equality for women, and I've had a lot of older ladies that have said we just don't have the Social Security we need to be able to sustain our lifestyle. So I'm here to help those kind of people. But my 2 minutes are up. If you would like to come and ask me any more questions, I'll be at the table, and I would love to talk to any of you about any issues that you have, and that maybe, God willing, that I can help resolve some of those issues in the State House.
Yeah, and I overlooked mentioning that Lisa is running for state representative for District 68. We also have state representative candidate for District 68, Garrett Bascom.
My name is Garrett Bascom. I'm running for state representative for District 68. My wife Haley and I, we have 3 kids. We have Hudson's our youngest at 9 months old, and Walker and Olivia are almost 4, and they are our twins. We are proud to say now that we are the newest members of the Hidden Valley community. We have closed on our house last week, and we are moving in the beginning of May. So we're very excited about it. I felt called to service from a very young age. And what's important about that is not just service, but it's service holding true to your principles, holding true to your beliefs, even when it's not the popular thing to do. I started very early. 8th grade, I was going to commissioners' meetings. I was always present, I was always interested, I was always trying to learn more about our system. I graduated from South Dearborn High School, and then I graduated from Mount St. Joseph University. I attended law school on a full tuition scholarship part-time while I worked full-time in the Attorney General's office under Attorney General Curtis Hill. Working for Attorney General Curtis Hill, I worked my way up, even in a full-time capacity there, part-time at law school, I worked my way up to be special assistant to the Attorney General and a deputy Attorney General. In that capacity, I was very proud to work on a lot of issues that are important to Hoosiers. Issues like standing up for our gun rights, pushing back against illegal immigration. We even were able to push back against some of the overreach that occurred during our COVID times. And when I say I fought for life, and life is important to me, nothing quite makes life important to a person unless your twins are born at 31 weeks. That really hit home for me. When I had my twins at 31 weeks, it was very important to me, and life is an issue that is very close to my heart. When I came back home, I was able to serve as a deputy prosecutor for Lynn Deddens for a couple of years, and then I started my own law practice. In my own law practice, we have a lot of different things that we handle, and we have experience representing schools, and we also have experience representing municipalities, including that I represent Franklin County. So I think I'm going to be able to bring a lot of experience to the state despite my youth. And so I look forward to getting to know everybody here today. Hopefully you'll stop up and talk to me, and then I look forward to getting out and seeing you throughout the election time.
Thank you, Garrett. Next, we have Sally McLaughlin. Sally is running for the Dearborn County Circuit Court Judge. I should say rerun. I don't know, Sally, if you want to speak.
Today on Dearborn Superior Court 2, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I think we have a great community. I have served as judge since 2005 when I was appointed by Mitch Daniels. And true to what I've tried to do, he told each of us when we first were told we were going to be selected, mine was a new judgeship, so I was selected first and then elected. But he said, serve the people, and I've tried to incorporate that in everything that I do. I have been so impressed with this community. When we have individuals who come for jury duty, they are amazing, our citizens, and they dedicate themselves. Our law enforcement, I can't say enough good things about people that we've had. We've got Sheriff Wisman, who used to be sheriff. We've got Carl Puzanka, who is with special crimes, amazing job. Our current sheriff is great. We've got some great young attorneys, just great people in the community, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. Our commissioners and county council have really supported some of the special things that we as the judges have done over the last couple of years. We've got programs for victims. We're working on innovative programs for juvenile. We're working on the issue of substance abuse. We are doing a lot of things in our court system here, and we're really lucky to be in this community and have the support that we have. I can't thank you enough. You are part of the people who've come out, you've taken an interest. That's one of the things that we really appreciate. We've got lots of things to continue working on, but thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Sally. Next, we have two people for the Dearborn County Commissioner District 1. First was Mike Lawrence.
Hello, thanks for the invite to be here. I'm Mike Lawrence. I'm a citizen of Dearborn County. I live in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Originally moved here 19 years ago in the county, and then later on moved to the city of Lawrenceburg, where at the time my business was, and I ran for Lawrenceburg City Council. I spent 4 years on city council. I like to think I stood up to a lot of corruption that was going on and argued a lot of things in those 4 years, but spent 2 years as a Dearborn County Sheriff's Merit Board member, 4 years on the City Council. I was a 4-year redevelopment president in Lawrenceburg, 4 years on planning and zoning, and I spent 4 years on the Lawrenceburg City School Board, School Endowment Board. And I'm running to look out for the people, speak for the people, stand up for the people, and see to it the city or the county's business is done in public meetings. I'd like to see public meetings at a later time when most people's off work and can attend if they'd like to. I'd like to look into the zoning changes that's recently took place to see where everything stands without digging into something you really don't know. I am against the Link 101 project, which I know some people say, well, that's the state. Well, you still have representation in the county that can stand on your behalf and argue or make the argument to governor, representatives, state representatives to stop the project. And it's nothing about growth. I'm all about growth, but one of the things as a 30-year business owner here, and 27 years of it here in Dearborn County, but I think it's going to make traffic worse for US 50. Because as a business owner, I believe truckers are going to try to bypass the Walton, Kentucky scales, and that's going to make traffic worse. And I don't think that we can withstand that. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Next, also for Dearborn County Commissioner District 1, we have Mr. Thatcher.
Thank you, Bob. And thanks everybody for coming this evening and learning about your interest, learning more about the candidates that may be representing you in Dearborn County government. My name is Jim Thatcher, and I'm the current County Commissioner for District 1 and Board President. I was born and raised in Aurora, graduated from Aurora High School, Ball State University, and I live right here in Hidden Valley with my wife of 24 years, Victoria. I retired from AT&T after 25 years of service as a lead developer promoted to a lead systems engineer, and the last few years as a project manager, where I was responsible for deploying software into AT&T's network and managing over 300 professional IT individuals on a cut weekend. This management experience provided me with the skill sets that is necessary to successfully oversee 300 plus county employees and manage the day-to-day operations of Dearborn County. I'm told that an incumbent needs to run on his reelection, or needs to run for reelection on his accomplishments. And I can tell you this, I just don't show up twice a month for a commissioners meeting. I show up every day to working to reduce expenses, improve efficiencies, meet with the departments, understand their problems, and look for solutions. Meeting with our healthcare providers, for example, to take a look at the additional costs we've already realized. I switched health insurance folks a couple of years ago and ended up in savings at first year $250,000. Or discussing 2024 highway department projects with the county engineer or the highway superintendent. This is how I govern. I will close on this. My resume of accomplishments. When you come around later, you can look at it. I've been busy the last few years working for you to cut expenses and save the county money. That's part of the job of being a commissioner. I hope with your help I'll be able to continue working for you. Thank you for attending this evening's meeting of Meet the Candidates, and I also want to thank Hidden Valley for sponsoring this event tonight. Thank you. I hope to see you all soon at my desk. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jim. Okay, for Dearborn County Commissioner District 2, we actually have 3 candidates. And as you probably noticed, we've been going alphabetically. So our first candidate for District 2 is Dwayne Bischoff.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Dwayne Bischoff. I'm a resident of St. Leon, Indiana. I've lived there pretty much all my life. Been in Dearborn County all my life. Been married to my wife for 37 years. I have 2 children, Justin and Michelle, and I have 3 grandchildren, Braden, Hudson, and Colton. I also work with my wife. We started our first business 33 years ago. She's been working with me for about 27 years, so we're together 24/7. So any of you, if you work for your spouse, you'll understand if you can be together 24/7, there's nothing you really can't handle. My vision for the future, along with Mike, I want to advocate for better meeting times in my mind. So many people have come to me and said they can't get to a meeting. They want to go, they got something they do, but they just can't get there because of their jobs. Everybody has to work. You can't afford to take a time off. Also want to establish more community-based committees. If you can get people to the meeting, you can get more involvement from the community. We have a community full of so many smart people. We need to get them involved in these decision makings and all the projects going on. I've been contacted by a few people already just in my short time of campaigning that volunteering to help do different things. So there is people out there willing to help. Like to harness the power of social media to get information quicker. If anybody here, the majority are probably on Facebook or some sort of social media. It's the fastest way to get information out to the masses at really no cost or very little cost. Always a strong supporter of law enforcement and emergency services. I'm for equal coverage throughout the whole county. There are areas in the rural areas that are on the fringes of it that I think need better coverage, and I think there's ways to do that. As far as my leadership, I was president of St. Leon Sewer Board right when it got started. So I kind of took over. They started the sewer and then didn't have solutions for problems. So I spent 6 years creating solutions for all the problems that the sewer brought initially. This was back in '98 before, there was so many sewer projects around. So there was a lot of new problems. Like I said, co-owner with my wife of 4 businesses in St. Leon. So join me in building a brighter future for Dearborn County, and together we can do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dwayne. Our next candidate for Commissioner District 2 is Dan D'Amico.
My name is Dan D'Amico. I've lived in Dearborn County since I was 18 years old, so it's been a little over 38 years now. Small business owner, former instructor at Great Oaks Schools, Army veteran, and I think a lot of people don't realize, but they forget when they run for office. They think they're leaders. You're not a leader. You're a servant of the people. And you need to listen to what the people want. And that's how you govern. You do what they want. You don't make your mind up. You gotta listen to your people. And that's who's gonna tell you how you govern is up to the people. And that's all I got to say. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. Our next candidate for Commissioner District 2 is Alan Goodman.
Good evening. As Bob said, my name's Alan Goodman. I'm kind of in a unique position. I am an incumbent, but yet I'm not an incumbent. I served 8 years on county council. And back in October, Commissioner Art Lytle stepped down because of open heart surgery. And because of his open heart surgery, obviously he had other health issues. And I kind of stepped up and took his place. So having served 8 years on county council, I have a unique position to understand the finances of the community. And then I have a background in business, having been in business over 35 years. Many in the community know me from my 18 and a half years at Logan Supermart, but I also have been a licensed nursing home administrator and have been the managing partner of Ripley Crossing Health Center in Milan, Indiana for over 5 years. And my wife and I also own Pine Knoll in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and I'm the managing partner there. My wife and I have been married over 37 years, and I've lived in Dearborn County almost my entire life. I grew up as a native of Dillsboro, Indiana, and have been a long-time citizen of Bright, Indiana. My wife and I have been blessed in many, many ways, but we were not blessed with children. Up until about 5 years ago, we took in our great niece, who is now 12 years old, and we're very proud of that and glad to have her in our house and glad to be giving her opportunity at life. So I would appreciate your vote. I would echo some of the sentiments of Judge McLaughlin. I think we have a wonderful community. I think that as on county council, I was lucky enough to work with the other county council people to provide the resources for the law enforcement and for the judicial department to keep our county safe. And I'm getting the shepherd's hook, so I guess I'll
Thank you very much, Alan. Next is the Dearborn County Treasurer position, Haley Hatfield.
Good evening. My name is Haley Hatfield. I am a lifelong resident of Dearborn County. I live in Greendale currently with my husband Dustin of 16 years, and we have a 14-year-old daughter, Olivia. I am a 2000 graduate of Oldenburg Academy, and I graduated from Ivy Tech in 2003 with a degree in accounting. I worked in my mom's bookkeeping and tax service business for many years, so I'm familiar with balancing the accounts and being responsible for money and fun things like that. I also have 27 years of customer service experience. I've worked with the public in food service, in the tax service, and then I've been at the treasurer's office for the last 5 years. And the biggest thing I see is communication is needed with the public. I created a Facebook page just to send out reminders, little tidbits of information, because it's a yearly process, and And our citizens they just don't understand it. So we're here to help them to understand it. And when you think of your property taxes, you have questions, you call the treasurer's office first. So it's our job to get you to the right office and our job to talk you through it and to help you. We take a lot of pride in that, and just having a kind office, because, you know, times are hard with people's money, and we're the ones that they see. So it's very important to present it in a kind way. I thank you for your time, and nice to be here. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Haley. For next is the county council at large. We have 5 candidates, and the first one would be Hunter Collins.
A little bit of a walk up here. Hi everyone, my name is Hunter Collins. Thank you all so much for coming out here tonight. A little bit about myself. I'm 26 years old. I'm joined tonight by my lovely fiance Haley, and together we're raising my beautiful 8-year-old adopted daughter Johanna. Adopting her, raising her has really fueled my commitment to building a safer, stronger, and more prosperous community. Like I said, I'm 26 and I'm thinking about the issues that affect me, that affect my 8-year-old. And not only that, but also affect everybody here. The main things that I'm running on are enhancing our public safety systems throughout the county. I want to make sure that everyone in our county is safe, protected, and feels secure in their homes. I'm also running to bring in affordable and accessible housing. I want people of my generation and my daughter's generation to be homeowners. I want there to be housing that people can buy and stay lifelong residents here. And I also want to make sure that seniors have affordable and accessible housing so that they can remain the lifelong residents that they've been here. On top of all that, a strong economy. I want to make sure that we bring in good paying jobs, strong businesses, build up small businesses in our county. And I believe that we have the opportunity to work together through communication, through reaching across the aisle, and not focusing on Republican or Democrat, but just working together. One of the promises that I make to everybody that I talk to is that I'm available. On my business cards, on all my literature, you'll see my cell phone number there. Call me or text me, and I'm happy to answer any questions and hear your suggestions. But I look forward to speaking with everybody here tonight. I'm excited for what the future holds for our county. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Hunter. Next, we have Mark Dole for county council at large.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Hidden Valley, for having us tonight. Thank everybody for coming. Good evening. I'm Mark Dolan, a candidate for County Council at Large. I've lived in Logan Township with my wife, Jeanette, for the past 30 years. We have 2 sons and 3 grandsons. I'm a University of Cincinnati graduate and have been employed by the John R. Jurgensen Company for the past 39 years. I'm currently the operations, Director of Operations and Business Development for him. I'm also a second-generation cattle and hay farmer, as our family has been farming in the St. Leon area for the last 58 years. Throughout my years of service to Dearborn County, I've been honored to be involved in various capacities. Some of my notable accomplishments are serving on the Sheriff's Merit Board for several years, over 5 years as president, serving several years on the FFA Advisory Board, and I firmly believe in investing in the next generation, providing them with opportunities for youth involvement and environmental stewardship. Also served as a member and president of the North Dearborn Conservation Club for several years and continue to be a member. For over 13 years, I had the privilege of coaching youth football. I currently serve on Dearborn County Council and previously served as county commissioner, having worked to address the needs of our community and promote policies that benefit all residents. I'm also currently serving as the chairman of the GOP here in Dearborn County. In addition to community involvement, I'm proud to be a lifetime endowment member of the NRA, Knights of Columbus, American Legion SAL, Bright Lions, Integrity Lodge number 763, Murat Shrine, and American Society of Highway Engineers. As a conservative Republican, a lifelong farmer, and supporter of law enforcement, I'm deeply committed to the values that make Dearborn County strong. I believe in fiscal responsibility, strong family, lower taxes, job creation, and policies that support the well-being of all residents. And like Judge McLaughlin, I feel blessed to live here in Dearborn County, and I'm committed to working hard to keep our county strong and as a place we can teach our children and future generations conservative values, importance of community service, and belief in God and country. I appreciate your time. Thank you for considering me as your candidate for Dearborn County Council.
Thank you very much, Mark. Our next candidate for council at large is Tim Dole.
Well, thank you, Bob, and good evening, everybody. Thanks for the opportunity to be here with you this evening. My name is Tim Dole, and I've had the privilege of serving you on Dearborn County Council for the last 4 years, currently serving in the role of Vice President. My wife, Jessie, and I have 2 incredible girls, Allison, who'll be 10 this week, and Reagan, who's 8. Our faith is the cornerstone of our lives, and we attend Bright Christian Church, where Jessie is a preschool teacher. Professionally, many of you know I've worked at Perfect North Slopes for 29 years, the last 8 years in the role of Director of Operations with a focus on risk management. Additionally, as a small business and owner and operator, I've been part of several startups in Dearborn County, including Greendale Cinema, Greendale La Rosas, and multiple Wings and Rings locations across the area. I can tell you, Dearborn County is a wonderful place to live. You guys all know that. It's a wonderful place to work, to play. We need to make sure it stays that way. I'm committed to supporting our local economy. I believe in creating opportunities for my kids and for yours so that they can prosper here in Dearborn County. Opportunities means creating an environment where businesses can thrive and create more good-paying jobs. It means having access to affordable housing and investing in quality of place projects that we all value so much. By fostering economic growth, we can maintain a strong tax base and continue to invest in the vital services without raising our taxes. And yes, I said vital services. Public safety is another top priority for me. Our council has worked closely with our sheriff, with our prosecutor, with our judges to ensure they have the resources and support they need to keep our communities safe. We must uphold law and order to protect the citizens and maintain the peace we all value. Vital services also includes emergency medical services, which has been woefully underfunded for years, and we're paying the price for that now as they struggle to attract and retain personnel. Not only do our citizens deserve an answer when they dial 911, but the folks providing that life-saving service on the other end deserve to have a good-paying job that they can sustain their family with. They also need to be confident that when they go out and get in their ambulance, it's going to start for them. Investing in infrastructure will continue to be a top priority for me. Our council must prioritize our roads and bridges and make sure they're well maintained. In the last 3 years, we've gotten over $20 million. We've invested over $20 million, including community crossing grants in roadway resurfacing, slip repairs, and bridge and large structure replacements. All of these priorities are only possible if we continue to elect fiscally responsible candidates with proven leadership experience to our county. That means both exercising restraint when we need to cut and the willingness to make investments where we need to work harder and stronger for our future. I pledge to represent you with honesty. I pledge to represent you with integrity. I pledge to represent you with professionalism and to represent you in a way that you will be proud of. I will continue to work for you with my full energy, focused on creating a vibrant future filled with opportunities for your kids and for my kids and for our grandkids. I humbly ask for your support on May 7th by voting Tim Dole for Dearborn County Council. Look forward to speaking with you all. If you'd like to visit votetimdole.com, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you very much, Tim. Our next candidate for Dearborn County Council at Large is Steve Gimmer.
My name is Stephen Gimmer. I live in Dillsboro, Indiana. I live there with my wife, Tanya. We raised 4 children down here. When I moved down here 45 years ago, we started soccer in Dillsboro. We helped create the Sci-Say Soccer. And if any of you remember, we actually used to go to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base to play in tournaments up there. I always swore I'd never be in politics. And what got me involved was I was seeing so much waste in our county. I actually started a business 25 years ago. It's called hvlpoa. We travel all around the country fixing machines. In fact, when I leave here tonight, I have to go fix a machine. They can't get it running. I understand how to fix things. I don't look at solutions. I look at the problem and fix the problem. One of the biggest things I find in this county is the people that's been running it for years, they fix solutions. They look at the solutions. They never fix the problem. We got to fix the problems. And if you come and see me at the table, I'll show you the 10 things I found since February. It's very interesting. I promise I will shine a light on this darkness that we have. I'm also for land rights. It is ridiculous what's going on in this county, how they rezoned it, didn't tell anybody what's happening. They're messing with the farmers. You know what makes this county so great? Why I love this county? Is because we had the rural area and we had the city. And now you want to take the rural area away. And we don't want the rural areas to leave. That's what makes this county so great. So what I'm asking for is your vote on May 7th to be on the council at large. And I promise you this, I will point out everything they're trying to do in this county to you. Because the way I look at it, they're not doing it for you, they're doing it to you. And if you don't understand that, I'm sorry. But I'm blunt speaking, people that know me know that. That's why I get along so well in many factories, because they know how to say what it is. So I ask for your vote, Stephen Gimmer, on May 7th for county at large. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Our next candidate for Dearborn County Council at Large is Glenn Wright.
Thank you, Bob. I'm Glenn Delbert Wright. I'm a 77-year resident of Dearborn County. I graduated from Orangeburg High School. I live on a 45-acre farm in Sparta Township. I taught agriculture, education, and was FFA advisor for 32 years in Sunman and East Central High Schools. Also, I've been a real estate broker in the state of Indiana since 1977. This is my 47th year as a real estate broker. I have grown up in Dearborn County. I appreciate Dearborn County. One thing I bring to the table that I doubt a few of the other candidates can bring. I know people, I know the roads from Bum Hollow and Cedar Creek Township to Peppertown Ridge in Harrison Township to the Ripley County line to the Ohio River. Again, I bring that knowledge with me to this position. I appreciate your support on May 7th. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. Next, we have Dearborn County Clerk of Courts, Ms. Wendy Beatty.
Good evening, and thank you all for joining us tonight. My name is Wendy Beatty. I am the incumbent Clerk of Courts. As Alan had stated earlier, I was appointed in September as the Clerk of Courts. I am being endorsed by the two former clerks, Rick Probst and Gail Pennington. Since I have been in office, I have made sure that the judges and I have great communications, and that our elections are secure. And I would appreciate your vote on Election Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. We have a second candidate for the Dearborn County Clerk of Courts, Ms. Megan Keith.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, everyone, for coming this evening. It's great to see all of you. My name is Megan Keith. I am running for Dearborn County Circuit Court Clerk. I am also running for Precinct Committeeman in Miller 7 up here in Hidden Valley. I've been a lifelong resident of Dearborn County, and I have lived in Hidden Valley for almost a decade now. My fiance is here with me tonight, and I have a 20-year-old, which is his bonus son. His name is Christopher. I'm a 1998 graduate of Lawrenceburg High School. Next year, I'll be a 2025 graduate of Ivy Tech, and hopefully in a couple of years, after I transfer to IU, I will be a graduate with a degree in political science. I would like to echo what some of the other candidates have said about serving. My life in Dearborn County, it's been around serving the community. Between starting out working in elections in 2008 to working in the courthouse, working for Judge Humphrey in his office, and working for Denny Krause in the surveyor's office, to being on Dearborn County Water Rescue, I have proudly served and dedicated myself to serving the people of Dearborn County for over 15 years. One of my accomplishments that I've had that's fairly recent here in the past couple of years is I am the first female captain of Dearborn County Water Rescue. It's a huge accomplishment. The team's been around for 40 years. Hopefully you guys have not interacted with us. If you have, it's under new management. It's me. I learned a lot in the clerk's office. I learned a lot working in the judge's office also. And the clerk's office covers a broad spectrum of things, and I made it a point to learn everything that I could. And on May 7th, or in early elections, I would really appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Megan. Running unopposed for the Dearborn County Surveyor is Dennis Krause.
Thank you, Bob. I am Dennis Krause. I am the incumbent county surveyor, as Bob stated. I want to thank everyone who supported me in the past and ask you to please support me this year. In the primary election, I just need my wife and I to vote. As county surveyor, I sit on the planning commission, which I'm gathering isn't in favor with a lot of folks now. I live up in Kelso Township with my wife. We've raised 3 children here in Dearborn County. We've got 3 grandchildren. And I'll be hanging around here after the introductions to talk to anyone who has anything they'd like to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Also, I believe running unopposed is Cameron McCreary for Dearborn County Coroner.
Good evening, I'm Cameron McCreary. I'm the Dearborn County Coroner. My wife and I, we've lived in Aurora most of our lives since we got married. We have 2 children, 2 adult children. My son is a structural welder and pipe fitter. My daughter is working on her education degree as a teacher for Sunshine Corner. Coming up, I've worked in law enforcement, as a reserve officer for Lawrenceburg before joining the state capitol police, and then finally got my dream job when I was accepted to the 67th Indiana State Police Recruit Academy. And been at diverse sales post all of my career for 17 years. Currently hold the rank of corporal. I'm a day shift with midnight. Now I got my day shift, shift commander. From there, as coroner, I've served as coroner's officer now for 19 years. I'm the only coroner that's actually achieved all 3 ranks of deputy, chief deputy, and elected first-term coroner. Since becoming coroner, we partnered with drug and overdose, the community mental health to provide grief counseling to families of victims of overdose. We meet every month. We also go to schools. I'm involved with the prom crash details to talk to children. Also go to schools whenever the teachers ask for someone to talk to them in the classroom. As an Indiana State Trooper, I've earned my certification as a drug recognition expert and classifier. Been to the Reed School interview schools. Did a little bit of diving with them for a time. And like I said, I finally got my promotion to the day shift commander. I'll be here afterwards to anybody who'd like to talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. I believe we also have Michael Kane. Yeah, Michael, I'm not sure what position you're running for.
It's precinct committeeman in Harrison.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so normally we didn't actually invite, maybe that was an oversight on our part. So I apologize if it was. Is there any other candidates that we failed to recognize? Okay. You know, it's really kind of refreshing to see people like Sally McLaughlin and Cameron come and Dennis, people who are running unopposed but still want to get out in front of the people that they serve. And I really think those people deserve some special recognition, as well as all of the candidates that came. We really appreciate your being here.